Hey everybody, Dave here. Notice something different? Oh yeah, Town Hall 11. It's been pretty busy the last couple of days. I've managed to get my warden up to 5, well going to 5 and then the next day, and my lab has been busy. I have managed to get the bowlers up to level 3, which is fantastic. Got my hounds in there too, so we'll be looking to do some Laloon attacks once they are up to speed. But for today, I've got a couple of raids. The first one is a bowler raid. Now this attack, some of my subscribers have already got a sneak preview of this. I won't tell you how or why, ha ha ha, but they know. Essentially, this one is a mid-level Town Hall 10, and I'm going to try to get my bowlers up through this pathway here to that Inferno, getting into that sweet, delicious, juicy dark, and then smashing that Inferno to clear out the rest of the resources. In order to do that, I want to get my queen to take out these buildings here, and a screen of giants with wizards behind to take out this stuff here. That's important because if the wizards take out the town hall, if they don't have a clear funnel, they will end up effectively sliding down the side, and we don't want that. What we want to do is keep them together, keep them going forward, keep them going in there via a jump spell. So there's a queen with the healers behind, which is traditional, and a giant screening the wizards. Now I've decided that I really want to take out these buildings too, because they're the important part of the chain. So I use some wall breakers just to smash that open and get the wizards and the giants in there to get that funnel really nice and tight. Queen's done her job, so in go the wall breakers and a couple of extra wizards. And stopping for a moment to talk about this jump spell placement, I was pretty happy with this jump spell placement in hindsight. I ended up accessing this expo. As you can see, it's gone over that corner, which is enough, and I've accessed this compartment by using that corner. I have not used the jump spell to access those compartments though. That was the intention. I really wanted everything to stay together. Will it happen? Well, we'll see. Golem and Pekka and King and big boy bowlers there they go, level 3. Clearing out all the traps. In jumps the Pekka, in jumps the King, and you can see under rage those bowlers look magnificent. They're just tearing up that Inferno tower. I had intended for them to go through as a pack, but they ended up sliding to the side anyway because effectively those walls ended up funneling them away. Now you can imagine what would have happened if I'd done it without clearing the buildings down here. I would have had them going all the way around the outside as opposed to being contained within the core doing something useful. Quite frustrating when they go off track. Anyways, at this point I've dropped a free spell on this Inferno. Now as I was explaining to a few of my students earlier on today, what you want to do is use your freeze on the second of the two Infernos. The reason being, you've got the most troops that are the most fresh when you're taking out the first one. Use the freeze when your troops are a bit depleted and it doesn't look as though they're going to get there in time. It just buys them a little bit more time. So I feel that using a freeze spell second is usually correct. I say usually, sometimes that won't apply. So in goes the King via another jump. And we can see that we've got the Golem there too, and it's on multi, so it's not really doing any harm. King rages up, sets on his hordes. Then he meets an untimely death at the hands of the Queen and the cannon. But we can see that we've now got cleanup crew on the right hand flank, and the Queen comes through and cleans up that left hand flank quite nicely. So all in all, a fairly successful and profitable raid, with a few little extra pointers for you guys just to keep in mind when you're talking about using some bowlers. Right, so the second base that we've got to look at today is one of these really weird four corner type bases. If you look really carefully, you'll see it's a very, very common base design, with the exception of these walls being added in here. Typically you see this one at Town Hall 9, with the expos on the inside in this core here, and usually, as you can see, this person has got a Tesla in there. With the Town Hall 9 version, you can see the Teslas in those four of those little pockets there. Now this person has obviously been attacked before by a skilled person, because they're coming in from this corner and they've set up this wall here to try and deflect some of that. So you're going to have to funnel that one away by smashing that and these with your wizards or queen. The reason I'm coming in from this edge is because we've got the Inferno here, and the bowlers should also be able to get that one on the rebound, which is ideal. So cruising through here, we hope that we get to the core, and then we use our second jump to get out, possibly up in this corner here, and then have the queen sweep round this side, taking out these buildings as she goes. Strangely enough, this person has got 1, 2, 3 air defenses all situated on the, well, very close to the outside, so this would be a good Laloon target as well. So all in all, a pretty poor base design, I have to say, and you're about to see why. So the queen goes in here, and I decided to take the queen out as quickly as possible. Got a wizard in there to try and take out their air defense, but one of the healers went down. And whilst that's going on, giants first, wizards behind to clear the funnel. And usually you see traps in here. Giant bomb, good place to put it would have been here. And you can see that there's not going to be any springs there. Now I've dropped some wall breakers in as well. Fortunately, they've gone for the corners here. Haven't done something wacky and tried to smash these useless walls here. So we've made a nice little breach. Oh, yeah, there you can see using the useless ones. And a jump spell on that corner. And my traditional golem, P.E.K.K.A, king, meat shield. And raging up those bowlers good and early, and a second rage just to keep them on form. You can see smashing through one, freeze the second one. The rebounds are starting to get to the Inferno now. No, they rebounded into the Dark Elixir storage. Second jump went down, and we've effectively broken the back of this base already. The queen has survived to pop her ability early. And once those bowlers are in the core, they're just chucking rocks over both those walls. You can see smashing into that pink storage. Now you can see that they're going to town on that wizard tower, but wizard tower just too strong with the splash damage. Remembering bowlers are quite fragile. So once the meat shield goes down, you've really got to work quickly. Here the golem has gone round and up, still surviving, which is kind of strange, but it doesn't matter. This base is done and dusted, and I have got some nice little pockets full of pink and dark elixir there. Awesome stuff. And the third one for today is something that we don't really see me do a lot of. I've just started getting the hang of these ones now, and that is the dreaded ring base. For such a simple design, this ring base does seem to cause people an awful lot of problems. My strategy for this one would be to try to take out these Infernos as quickly as possible. So what I'm going to do is attempt to clear this corner here with a queen. Probably just getting these buildings here with the queen. And then using giants and wizards to try clear out this part here. Reason being, I want to have some of these buildings intact, some of these buildings intact to serve as breadcrumbs for jump spell here and a jump spell there. Get those bowlers into that core nice and quickly behind the meat shield. So you don't want any buildings drawing them off course. So taking out this corner and then taking out this corner is going to be key. As you'd expect, drop my queen with the healers behind, starting off with those buildings, and then some giants, making a breach with wall breakers, getting them in as a bit of a wedge behind the wizards there, and you can see that I've done a pretty good job, I'd like to say, at this early stage. Just going to be a question as to what this area is going to do here, so it's worth being a little patient, just waiting. There we go, we've made that breach. And yes, the troops have gone the left-hand way rather than taking out that cannon. Keeping that cannon up is important right now. Queen has done a great job, and once she takes out that dark drill, there we go. The breadcrumbs are now complete. Meat shield in. Rest of the wizards and big boy bowlers raging nice and early. And if I was a bit more sharp, I would have dropped the freeze. You can see it going in on top of this Inferno. If I was a bit more onto it, it probably should have gone down in the middle here. It was certainly capable of freezing that cannon, that tower, that Tesla, that Inferno, and possibly even that Expo. But as it stands, I just get 1 Tesla, 2 Teslas, an Expo, and that side. And the king ends up killing off that Inferno first. Bowlers and wizards get the second one, charging through that core. Still under the king's ability with the barbarians. Fantastic work. Now what's happening on the right hand side? The golem's gone right, drawing the fire away, and those bowlers have managed to do a number on that right hand flank. Queen is slowly but steadily working her way through the left hand. And this ring base is now falling to the might of Devastator's beautiful big boy bowlers. Which gives me no end of pleasure because, as I said before, traditionally I have struggled with ring bases, but now I'm starting to get the hang of them. Incidentally, this base would not have been ideal for Valks. I think the 2 different lanes that you can see left would have just caused too many issues. So I think bowlers with their reach and the fact that they can bounce off other buildings is a much better army composition to work with. Still got the Queen's ability, by the way, popping it just before I get to the Expo, and then the cannon, and the rest is just counting on my loot. Oh, 5 grand worth of dark. That's awesome. Right guys, that's it for me today. Hope you've enjoyed these ones. Good to see my upgraded bowlers getting a bit of a workout. Hopefully next time I'll have the Grand Warden for you, and I've also got one on the Eagle Artillery in the works, so that'll be my next video. Thanks for watching.